What up, gamesters? It's me, Majority, out here today in this bright sunlight to talk about a topic that's been on my mind, and it's beating your games. Not with a hammer, with the credits. Before I get into it, though, the last video seems to have been relatively successful, so I just want to share some gratitude. Thanks, everybody, all the new subscribers. Welcome. I'm happy to have you. And I'm happy to talk about the things I love, and games being one of them. And last time I talked about my Wii games, just kind of off the cuff, I had been thinking about my Wii U and my enjoyment of several titles for the Wii, even many of which I hadn't beat. And I think as a collector, one thing that you're privy to do naturally is feel like you've wasted your money if you haven't beat your game. And for a time, I think that was a useful frame of mind for thinking about my video games. And I think that mentality has outlived its usefulness. So one of the reasons I used to think that way about I really need to be maintaining like a 50% beat to unbeaten ratio is because it didn't make sense to buy more games if I wasn't putting enough time into the ones I already had. And I had accomplished that feat when I had some 400 games or so. Many of them I would just kind of breeze through. I would play to the credits, the end, great, next game, let's keep it moving. And I was beating 30, 40 games a year, and it's a nice little accomplishment, a good little metric. But I'm at this stage where I don't feel this compulsive need to breeze through games. And actually, I prefer to just chomp down on and really sink my teeth into. Recently, I've been playing a shit ton of Elden Ring. I did beat it technically, but my gosh, I did not rush that game, and I just had such a ball. It was so much fun. And I didn't even beat the real boss or whatever that people say you have to beat. I beat the standard boss, but I still felt really accomplished by the end of it. Like I had really gotten my money's worth out of the game, and also my time's worth. It really felt like a novel experience. Whereas I think I play some games to the credits, and it's like, okay, next one, let's go. I'm trying to think of certain games that I've done that for, where I didn't have any specific feelings about the game after I had beaten it. And nothing's really coming to mind right now, so if something comes to mind later, I'll bring it up. But I think the idea of sinking your teeth into a game, to me, right now, is more significant than beating the game. For instance, I've actually sunk my teeth into games that I haven't beaten that I really do feel like I got a lot out of for what I paid. I've been thinking about this game, Hades. Hades is this roguelike where you descend into the depths of hell and you have to restart. And I don't think I have a shot in hell of beating Hades. But I really feel like I've invested a good bit of myself into that game and really got sucked into the experience. And I can say I enjoyed it for what it was, even though I technically didn't beat it. I think roguelikes are typical of that. Like Sheeran Mystery Dungeon is another one that I just did not beat, but I really felt like I sunk my time into. And I really tried it, and I really got immersed in the world. And that, to me, made it worth it. That, to me, is why I'm playing games in the first place, is to really get sucked in. Whereas I think an opposite one of that is the Final Fantasy Chocobo Mystery Dungeon one that came out on Switch, and I did play that, but man, I did not get nearly the same level of investment into it. I probably put about as much time, but it just felt boring at the end of it. I felt like kind of like I was just inputting commands. I didn't really feel like challenged or invested into the game. And so that's really interesting to me, this idea of how much have I immersed? How much have I forgotten or let go of the world around me and gone into the world here? And that, to me, is the maker of what makes a game truly worth your time. So what do you think this is my topic for today. It's not table topics, it's outdoor topics. And once again, I can't thank everybody enough. We were on the cusp of 1,000 subscribers. Never thought I'd see the day, so that's really amazing to me. Cheers, take care, and I will see you later here on Majority.